guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I created this red eye look for you guys. I haven't done something like this before, so it was really fun to create and I'm really happy with the outcome. So if you want to see how I created this, then keep on watching. So the first eyeshadow shade that I'm going in with is by Makeupgeek and it's called Peach Smoothie. This is a dupe for the Orange Soda eyeshadow by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think those shades look very familiar, so you can use any shades that you have at home, but just make sure that it has a warm undertone and that it's very light. It's always important to go in with a light shade first. I have explained it in all my videos, so I'm not going to explain it every time because it might be a little bit boring. Now I'm using the Morphe 35B eye palette and I'm going to use that pretty coral shade. I'm also going to blend this in my crease, and you can see because I used that light shade at the beginning, it's way more easier to now go in with a coral shade like this. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but when you go in with a light shade first whenever you create an eye look, you will definitely see a difference whenever you go in with darker shades. It just makes it way more easier to blend it in. Just try it out and you will see for yourself that it works. And Anastasia Beverly Hills Orange Soda is my favorite eyeshadow, and Makeupgeek Peach Smoothie is also a very nice one. Now I'm using the red shade from the Morphe 35B eye palette, and I'm also going to blend this shade in my crease. And you can see because I first applied the Peach Smoothie eyeshadow by Makeupgeek, then I went in with that coral shade from Morphe brushes, and now I'm going in with that red shade. And it's just very easy to blend this all in because I'm layering it up and I'm going softly a little bit darker and darker. Now again I'm going back in with the Peach Smoothie eyeshadow and I'm using a big fluffy brush and I'm going to blend this around the edges to make sure that there are no harsh lines and that everything is well blended in. Now I'm using the shade Razzle by Makeupgeek. This is a sort of coral red shade and it has a tiny gold reflect of glitter. It's a very pretty shade. I barely use this shade, but today it came in very handy because it suits very well with these shades in my crease. So I'm using my MAC 242 brush and I'm pressing this on my eyelids. And yes, I'm also softly pressing it a little bit towards my crease. Now I'm using a blending brush which is kind of flat, and I'm also going to blend it in my crease just to make sure that it blends well with the shades I applied in my crease. I'm saying crease a lot. Now I'm using some concealer to make sure that there's not too much of the red shade underneath my eye. I don't know, it will give a very sleepy, not so cute effect. So I'm using my beauty blender to blend in the concealer. I used a little bit Pro Longwear concealer by MAC. I think this is very important, especially when you take pictures of your eye look, like I always do for my Instagram. You will always see if you have fallout and it just doesn't look cute on camera. Now I'm using this red shade, which is called Lovesick by Melt Cosmetics. I'm going to press this right underneath my lower lash line with my favorite brush at the moment, which is the Flat Definer brush by Sigma. I have used it in all my previous videos to apply eyeshadow underneath the lower lash line. I think this is just the perfect brush for it. And I have a special discount code for Sigma, which you can find in the description bar. Now I'm going back in with that pretty coral shade from the 35B palette by Morphe. I'm going to blend this right underneath the Lovesick eyeshadow by Melt Cosmetics. And as you can see, I'm starting a little bit at the outer edge because I also apply this in my crease. You can see it blends very well when I apply this also underneath the lower lash line. I'm just kind of trying to connect the eyeshadows on my eyelids towards the eyeshadow underneath my lower lash line so it all comes together. Now I'm using the Makeupgeek Ice Queen eyeshadow, which is my current favorite eyeshadow for highlighting that inner corner. It's just a very bright white eyeshadow and it has a sort of satin finish, I'm not sure. It's very gorgeous. I especially like to use it on a wet brush. Now for my waterline I use the Zoeva white eye pencil. I applied it off camera because I always tend to get watery eyes. And for my lashes I of course use lashes for my own lash company, and this style is called Sultry. So yes, this is already the end of the tutorial. It was a very quick and easy one. If you follow each step that I did, I'm sure you can slay this eye look on yourself. Don't forget to thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!